Hi, this is Anna, Alma's baby sister. Alma's going to be the chef with BentoBrocke for today's video, but today's video is very, very serious. It's about a type of food that will cure us all and make us lose all our belly fat and make us so healthy. It's keto, and we have special guests today. We have Captain Keto with all his muscles, and the opposite end of the spectrum is the carb monster. These two here are just the opposite ends of the food world. One just makes you so healthy, and the other, the opposite of healthy. Now, today's video, it touches my heart. It is one of my favorite foods of all. But it's not just a food. It's going to be 3 versions of keto pizza snacks. That's right, 3 different versions of keto pizza snacks. Now, they're going to be similar, but they're all going to be good. It's all going to be based on the type of equipment and cooking skill that you have. That's the beauty of this. This is just a wonderful meal of 3 different pizza snacks. And who doesn't love a good pizza snack? Now, this is not the ones with the dough. That's another story. We'll do that one just a little bit later. But it's going to be just wonderful and so easy, and it's going to be perfect to make you look like Captain Keto and not the blob thing. Okay, here's the stars of the show. We have our pizza sauce, our mozzarella. It's sliced, but it's real thick, so I'll dice that up a little bit, and our pepperoni. So let's get started. Okay, we are going to make 24 of these, so we need to count out, but this mozzarella, as you can see, it's pre-sliced. It's pretty simple, so I'm just going to go ahead and make these into little cubes. Very simple, very easy. Separate them. That's a piece of cake. Okay, we'll do the rest of those off camera. I don't think we need instructions on that. But the pepperoni, we need to do is to prep it. So we need to take the knife, make a small incision through it. See how it cuts it open. You need to do it 4 places. So you turn it 90 degrees. Okay, whoops. Make a little cut. 90 degrees. Make a little cut. 90 degrees. Make a little cut. And what that's going to do is that's going to prevent it from curling when we start cooking them. And when we put them in the muffin pan, it allows us to put them in and it'll wrap around the pan. Now, that's a pain in the butt, I gotta be honest, to do that 24 times. Now, here's a couple of slices. You can do it like that, or stack a whole bunch up nice and neat. Make sure they're all lined up. Okay, we have them all stacked up here, and you can just cut through a bunch of them at the same time. All right, and when I'm done with these, I'll count them up. And oops, little flack on that. I don't think that's the full 24, but I'll count them out and we'll get them ready. So I'll go ahead and do that off camera also, and we'll be right back. Okay, here's our baking dish. Remember, it's a mini pan dish. So I'm getting the pepperonis, and be careful since they are cut, they will kind of fall apart. But here we go, here's the trick. You take them, press them in the center, and then slowly go around. And if you notice where they're cut, they start overlapping themselves. I know it might be a little hard to see on the camera, I apologize. I'll do a few more here. take it, you put it in the center, and as you can see, this one kind of crinkled on itself, but it will overlap. And those little cuts will make the little perfectly line up into each other. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a few more here. And we'll do one more on camera. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do all 24. See, they fit right in, make nice little cups. It's perfect. We're going to go ahead and do all 24 of them. Now I have the oven preheated, 400 degrees. We're going to put these in. It's going to be just for 5 minutes. We're going to pop them out and move on to the next step. But let me go ahead and finish making these. Okay, as you can see, I have them all in. They're all ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven. Like I said, 5 minutes. Then I'll pull them out and I'll put them on a paper towel, and we'll dab off some of the oils and grease that they leave behind. And then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, these are right out of the oven. Wow, and they're still nice and crispy, bubbling away a little bit here. Let's get this on camera a little bit better. Man, look at them still go. So I'm gonna let them cool down for just a moment, and then I'm gonna pop them out, and we'll move on to that next step. So just hold on just a few moments. Okay, let that cool down. That's only been about 3 minutes, but they're still probably really hot. So I'll tell you what. I just have a pan with some paper towels on it. Get a little pair of these, pull that out, and you can see it's still left a lot of liquid and grease in there. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and pull these out and let them rest a moment so I can get a little bit of the grease out on these. And then when it does cool down, whoops, that one didn't stick so well, but it's all good. Look at that. So when these cool down, I'm going to go ahead and blot that out with a paper towel here, just like that, and just get in there and blot that grease out. Then we'll put these back in, and then we'll start putting the goodness in them. We'll fill them up and get them ready. Okay, I've got all of the little pepperoni shells out, and I'm just going to go ahead and stick my paper towel in there. So you can see it picks up the grease. There's a lot of it in there. Yeah, it's only a few cc's, but as you can see, it's going to take a few paper towels. Go ahead and just get another one out ready here. So I'll probably make a couple of passes. I'll keep going to get it all the gross liquid, and then I'll probably come back with some other ones, as you can see, to clean them out really good after. It's just a couple of wipings and they're all nice and clean. So let me go ahead and do that off camera. It's not real exciting, but see you in just a moment. Okay, now that the pan's clean, I just drop the little cups right back in there. They're so cute. They go right back in there in a particular order, just back in their little homes. Just make sure they're all nice down and flush. Okay, I did see a couple of them had a little holes in the bottom where the folds went. Might not have gone in just right, so they might have a little leakage at the end, but that's okay. We're not going to put much stuff in there. So what I do have is a 1/4 cup. I don't think you can actually see that. I'm sorry. 1/4 teaspoon. That's not really right either. Okay, I have them all assembled. They're ready to go in, and you can go ahead and throw them in the oven 2 to 5 minutes, still at that same 400 degrees. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll show you them when they're finished. Oh, right out of the oven. Wow. These are looking good. They're all bubbly, steaming, and cheese is melted. Now these things are hot. I'm not even going to go near touching them right now, but give them a few minutes to cool off, and then I'll pop them out as I did earlier, put them on a plate, and then we'll try them and stack them up with the other ones. So just give them a little bit. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, these have cooled off slightly. They're still pretty warm, so I'm just going to put this tray here. Again, lined with paper towel as we did recook these, and they're going to have a little bit more oil and grease, as you can see in the bottom. So we'll just go ahead and line this up on here. Now for toppings, now would be the perfect time to sprinkle a little bit of fresh basil, if you so desire. Bacon, if you cook some bacon and want to crumble it, that would be perfect little keto topping. Also some sliced black olives. They're drained, nice and dry. You can put a slice or two on there. Really, whatever you enjoy. This one's being a little more difficult, but any of the toppings you kind of enjoy on your pizza. Of course, not pineapple, as pineapple is not a topping on a pizza. Any purist will tell you that. Here we are. We're just going to go ahead and finish pulling these out and then get ready for the next set. All right, let's start on our second keto snack. And again, this is very similar to the other one. They're all going to be very similar. But if you don't have the little mini muffin pan, that's okay. I'll show you how to make these. Again, I have just my pepperoni. Put that off camera. And I'll just go ahead. And what you do is you just stack these up. Make like, you can use 3 or 4. I'm going to go with 3 here on this. And you just overlap them. So they make like little plates. I'm going to do a few of these here. And put one more here. And then one last one over here. Okay. And this cooking process is very, very similar to the previous one. We're going to go ahead and take these, put these in the oven for 5 minutes, let the pepperonis crisp up, then we'll put the cheese on. So this will be right back. 5 minutes is up. Let's go ahead and put these down. Wow. They are also quite hot. So you can see we've allowed some grease to come out. They're not completely stuck together. I was going to move them and flip them, but that's not going to work. So I'm just going to move them to the corners here. Let some of the, whoops, you see, it's going to come apart. I'll let some of that grease kind of drain to the middle, and then I'm going to go ahead and block that up. And then we'll go ahead and put the cheese on and take us to the next step. Okay, they've cooled down for just a few seconds. And let's go ahead and put our cheese on. We're going to do something a little different. I'm going to start with a little bit of shredded mozzarella. Now, if you have some shredded parm, you could mix just a little bit in there. That would add a nice little salty extra flavor to it. And you can see something different is we're not putting sauce on this one. This one you can sauce up after if you want by dunking. These will be more like little chips instead of the cups. So just put this a little bit here. Put that one right back there in the middle. Try and get them on the pepperoni, off the pepperoni. And something I don't normally do, but since I'm making different styles of these, I actually have a little bit of the chunk mozzarella from the previous ones, as I usually just make one style at a time, but don't want this to go to waste, so just put a couple of them out there. And again, if you have any extra toppings, you can put on a little bit of basil, you can sprinkle some Italian seasoning, bacon, as mentioned before. So let's go ahead and throw this one back into the oven. This will go about 3 minutes, and we'll be all set to go, ready to eat. And there are these. Oh, these are looking really good. Yeah, these are usually my favorites. So they're really, really hot, still bubbling. I'm gonna let them cool down so that they harden up and actually stick together a little bit so that you can pick them up and eat them. It'll be about another 3-5 minutes. Just relax. I know you want to get in there. I know I want to dig into those. So give it just a few more moments. And you know what? While these are cooling down, let's move on to the next recipe. Okay, this last one. Now, please, please, no emails and comments about what a cop-out this one is for a recipe. It's very simple. Actually, my granddaughter loves them, but it's a knockoff of the pizza recipe. So we have a cheese stick, just a standard one here. I haven't opened yet, just to show what it is. You cut it in half and you wrap it up. Now, I know this looks really simple. You're going, oh my, that's not a cheese snack. Actually, put a few of these together. I have that pizza sauce, or just some marinara if you don't want to add other sugar in your sauce. And you take these and you warm it up just slightly, and then you dunk them in that warm sauce and then eat them. I'm telling you, it's a wonderful pizza snack. It takes literally seconds to make. Very easy. Kids love them. Adults don't mind them. And yes, that's the third recipe. I'm going to turn this back over to Amma and Anna. They're going to do the testing. Amma did a wonderful job of assisting me as a sous chef. I know she wasn't on camera, but she did all the cuts and prep work. So we can thank her for that. And let's go enjoy these. Hi, we're back. This is what we have made. 3 different keto snacks, pizza style. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, so heavenly, so manly. Keto sure is the way to go. So let's go ahead and try. First is a pizza bowl. Whoop, that one just flew right on open. It's got the cheese, the sauce. Again, you can add toppings in if you'd like. Little basil, some olives. You could put bacon, anything you want. Let's go for it. So good. Unfortunately, a little greasy. Okay, let's try the second one here. Pull a piece off. Crispy. Oh, that's so good. I like that one. This last one, this is pepperoni wrapped around some cheese, but to have a little sauce. Everybody loves a little sauce. That one's a lot milder because it's not baked with the spices brought up, but it's safe, wonderful for your children or grandchildren. I love all 3. So let's wrap this video up. Wow, today was a lot of fun making all of those pizza snacks. And I mean, we had 1, we had 2, we had 3, even though they were the same, they were 3, and they were good. But a little about ketosis. It's a very serious subject. A lot of people today are taking that lifestyle up, which is wonderful. It's just good. It's good for you. Just make sure you do it right. Make sure you learn how to do it properly. I mean, I am not a body expert. Those are doctors. I am not a doctor, but by day, I am a rocket surgeon. So I know about that, but I know what tastes good, and I know that keto is going to help me out. It'll help you out if that's your thing. And if not, that's okay. It's not for everybody, but it is for bodies. Today's special guests, of course, is Amma, who will be cooking with BentoBrocke. And, whoops, try that again. Cut. Okay. Today's special guests are just my favorite. As you know me, I am Amma's younger sister. Better looking sister too, of course. But today, oh, we're just gonna make so much good food. Ah, I just love it. Oops. Right. There's a whole bunch. Or you can do them all. Or we can bark. Okay, I blotted the extra oil off. Here they are. They're cooled slightly, but not very much. So a little different on this one is I'm going to use some shredded parm. Now, if you got some, I'm sorry, this is shredded mozzarella. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's start that over. I'm going to turn this back over to Anna and Amma to do the taste testing. I can't talk. Let's go do that last bit again. Hi. Let's eat. So good. Unfortunately, a little greasy. And choky. Okay. Watch out, buddy. Wow, that one was good. The next one here, I'm just gonna rip a piece off. Oh my. That's gagifying now. Wow. I might have to recover. Give me a minute. Man, stop gagging on it.